We'll just make you the face of our podcast since you're the pretty one.
I'm not pretty. I'm mid-level handsome.
Jerry, you are
Slightly.
very nice looking.
I try.
Welcome to the Board Game Snobs Podcast. Critically harsh reviews with a touch of class.
Go.
Like right now?
Yes.
Go now?
Yes.
Right now.
No, wait. Go.
Go now?
Wait.
Are you doing that?
Go.
Right now?
Why are you pausing?
Because you keep doing the whole.
We have done this now for I don't know how many episodes. I say go. And you're welcome to Board Game Snobs. I'm Jerry. Woka.
That's not even close.
Yeah, I know everything. I'm a douche.
That is correct. My name is Jerry.
I'm Gabby.
And what we do on this podcast is that to say that we review board games is not necessarily accurate. I would say that.
I was thinking we need to redo our intro and everything.
Yeah, but what we actually do is that we play board games, and then we pour ourselves a drink, and then we start podcasting. And at some point in time, we share our thoughts and feelings about the board games that we have played here recently.
Yeah.
Not necessarily a review, but more like musings. The Board Game Snobs, we muse about.
And hope we're amusing. Am I right?
And that's one. That's one bad joke. Follow us on the Instagram and
Second
the Twitter
bad joke?
and all that
Never
other
mind.
stuff.
Yeah.
No.
I've given it. No. Don't follow us. I'm done. I'm on Team Jerry now.
What?
Don't follow
No,
us.
follow us because we care.
We're snobs.
No, we do care.
Don't follow us.
Because Instagram, you do an excellent job on the Instagram. Been blowing it up here lately.
Stop.
Blowing it up.
Stop. Go on.
No, God.
Stop. Go on.
Oh, hang on a minute while I throw up in my mouth. So, we're going to talk.
That's a phrase I hate, by the way. That just creates a word picture that's so disgusting to me.
Throwing up in your mouth?
Yes. Where else are you going to throw up? It ejects forth from your mouth. Are you going to keep your mouth closed? And then what? That's what makes me sick. To visualize that in my brain when people say that, that's disgusting.
Okay.
If you're going to say, just throw up. It makes me want to throw up. But why throw up in your mouth? What does that signify?
What that signifies, have you never just thrown up in your mouth? I'm asking.
If I'm throwing up,
no.
I'm throwing
the
up.
phrase, I threw up a little bit in my mouth.
It's making me sick just
does
talking
not
about
mean
it.
that you are projectiling vomit or
I
emesis.
threw up in my mouth.
Yes, what it means. It means that you sort of kind of regurgitated.
No. So like gagging.
Gagging. Why are we talking about this?
You said it. Because that's a phrase it creates a word picture to me I visualize so vividly. It makes me sick. And therefore, I reenact the statement.
No, that's not what it's meant.
I'm sure
to do.
people love this.
This is
beautiful.
Beautiful. This is our worst thing we've ever had.
Let's talk. Okay.
Let's talk.
Where were you going with whatever you were saying?
I wasn't going anywhere. I'm thinking about the two games that we were going to talk about today, which is Crusaders by TMG Games by Seth Jaffe, and then
you mean Crusaders? They will be done.
Yes. And Fall of Rome, the new pandemic.
You mean pandemic? Fall of Rome.
Yes, that's exactly what I meant. I have deep thoughts on both of them.
Deep thoughts?
Yes, but I didn't know if it is appropriate.
But you're no Jack Handy.
No, I'm not handy. I am a jack of all trades, but I don't want to go into my thoughts right away because I am contractually obligated to banter.
Yes.
Oh, that's what I was going to talk about. Instead of having our normal banter section, I would like to waylay this part and go into fan mail.
Okay.
I'd say they're fans. They're close enough to being fans. So, first off, Denva. She sent us an email. You know Denva.
Hey, what's up?
Denva. Hey, and she brought out that she is a professor of medieval art. I did not know that was a thing. How do you... I want that job.
All I know is that makes her way smarter than me.
Well, do you have to... when you say art, what do you think of medieval art, though? What do you picture?
Me?
Yes.
Well, let me say this, and this is going to... I don't know. And that's why I drive a truck. And she's professor of middle eve art.
Okay. Well,
no. Yes.
Okay.
Those are all my thoughts.
You have shot this because I was going to connect medieval art to Crusaders and follow around, but unfortunately,
I can understand
that segue or hard merge is not going to work out. Thank you, Denver, for the email. And I am a big fan of medieval art. I went to the Tower of London and the British Museum in London a few years back.
Shanghai Knights, Big Ben. That's what I know of England. Go.
You talking about the Owen Wilson and Jackie Chan movie?
Yes.
The one that was like the knockoff of the one that was basically them trying to recreate the magic that Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan had in Rush Hour.
Owen Wilson brings his own thing.
Oh, he does.
I like him.
He brings a bent nose.
He's 90% excited, 10% scared. Or maybe it's 90% scared, 10% excited.
Nobody knows. The fact is that I went to London. I went to the London Museum, and I highly recommend it. I can't remember all of it because I do remember
London Museum.
It's been many years ago.
What do they got there?
They got the big statues that they had over there in Babylon, like Marduk, and the various other things that they had.
This is Marta.
No, that's Sparta.
I know my history.
But they have the other, the
Sparta.
It's basically just a repository of all the.
I thought you had to get a prescription for those.
That's actually pretty good. No, that's not a bad joke. That's not a bad. I'm writing that down.
I've got my writers writing stuff for me now.
It's actually not a bad.
I've got Enrique writing stuff for me. Comedic sources.
All right, I listened to our last podcast, and I would like to point out that you did not cut out his roar of and that's like now going to have to be my ringtone for him. I cannot believe you did not edit that out of the podcast.
I thought about it,
but you didn't.
But I didn't.
And I heard
it,
and it was good.
I cut out enough. I'll let him in on some of the terrible portions as well.
I don't think people realize is that our podcast is actually 2.5 hours long. We have to cut out everything that is a little more
offensive, dumb, stupid,
vituperative. So let's go to the next.
Wait. I just had a question, and this again shows my ignorance in all things.
Go ahead.
What does a professor mean?
Like,
does that mean you teach at a university, or is that like
that means you either teach or study, or you have studied, or you're a part of a department in a university. You have more than likely a higher level degree, a doctorate of something of that nature. You're a professor. Got like a doctorate, so yes.
That makes okay.
So she
Oh, that's cool.
To have a doctorate?
Yes.
No,
just to be smart.
Well, that's not something you can get online. Well, technically you can.
You're not smart.
You could send $800 to the College of Guatemala and request some sort of certificate.
What would I be the professor of?
Bad jokes and
snap.
And tequila. All right, so moving on. We have gone international. The next one is from a gentleman named Valdi.
Look at us reading emails. Remember the days.
Well, we didn't get emails, and I didn't care. But now all of a sudden people started sending emails, and now I desperately care. I don't know what happened.
It's nice. It's nice to say. It's nice when you can make someone have an enjoyable part of their day. And they listen to...
Is it Vladdy or Valdi?
I didn't look. How's it spelled?
Valdi.
Well, then in that case, I would go with Valdi.
I'm going to go with that because that sounds good. He's from Iceland. I heard about your podcast a week ago, and I've listened to 20 of your shows already. I loved him. Thanks for all the laughs. I would love to hear your thoughts on Lisboa and Captains of the Gulf. I do not know what Captains of the Gulf is.
I don't either.
But Lisboa is on our list to play at BGG in May.
I want to play Lisboa, even though it's a bit intimidating because, of course, it is a... what's his name?
Vital Lacerda.
And we have not really cared for his things. Actually, what was the one I had? Gallerist. I liked the Gallerist okay. Jerry wasn't so much a big a fan. I could have endured it. But did it blow my socks off? No.
You don't wear socks.
I don't. They got blowed off on a previous game.
Northern Frankie said hello.
Hey, Frankie.
Curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal.
Average Joe's Gaming Podcast. He also has a podcast. He got your other reference that Highlander. There can be only one.
Yeah.
You made a quick reference. I don't know if that's exactly how you phrased it, but
I'm always making reference to anybody from New Zealand as being Highlanders.
even though that's Scotland.
I myself.
Why
I'm Irish. I'm 75% Irish.
Okay, but you're way off base. A Highlander is Scotland.
Are you sure? Who wears the kilts?
There can be only one.
Who wears the kilts?
Scottish.
I have made a fool of myself internationally then. I can never...
Actually, my wife's family are from Scotland. Like, their great-grandpa come from Scotland. They have the... what's the deal? Like, it's the lion, like, posing or...
Oh, the crest. Crest.
They have their own crest from Scotland.
The only crest you have is toothpaste. Oh, snap.
That's a good one.
I'm on fire tonight.
You are.
These bad jokes are brought to you by Don Julio Tequila. What brand? This is a Añejo Don Julio.
What'd you call me?
Añejo.
How dare you?
Don Julio. It's very nice.
Another one.
This is a lot better than...
Thank you. I actually spent a few more dollars on that.
I know. Appreciate you for that.
It's amazing what comes with a few more dollars.
Once you break that $18 mark of tequila, things get better. Yes. But let's move on. I want to get out of the
banter segment.
The banter segment, which that's not what people come here for. They come here to hear us talk about games. You're the one that makes us banter.
Sorry.
Well,
I like to catch up with my friend Jerry. How's your day going today?
It's fine.
How's your week been going?
It's terrible. I'm tired. I'm very tired. And I want to talk about Crusaders.
Why are you so tired? I'm concerned.
I'm not concerned.
Why are you so tired?
I'm just tired. I lack vitamin D.
Ooh, my doctor just prescribed me vitamin D.
Yes, that's important in this day and age to be out in the sun. And
apparently, truck driving and constant board gaming left me in a deficiency of vitamin D.
I don't know why that would be.
Vitamin D. Why would that be?
Well,
let's see.
Mine's because of my liver and my lack of sunlight and my lack of.
Apparently, I have. Well, never mind. Never mind.
Never mind.
I will not go into the rest of my doctor's telling me about how fat I am and need to lose weight and other things.
Oh,
yeah.
You had to go to a doctor to hear about that, did you?
I mean, I could look in the mirror and tell.
Well,
I'm not blind. But sometimes you need your medical records to say, "Hey, fatty, need to shape up."
I think that we should use this platform now as a PSA. Public service announcement.
I know what a PSA means.
To go to all of our listeners that if you are like us,
hey guys,
and spend too much time indoors and don't eat healthy,
get outside.
Perhaps you should take vitamin D and get outside and go to a doctor.
Exercise.
Get some exercise.
Get your baseline. Know where you're at.
Get your PSA checked.
Get your PSA checked, and he'll tell you, hey,
your prostate's not doing good. Board game snobs. We're worried about your health.
We're worried about your health. That's our new tagline.
We're worried about your health.
No, that's not a good tagline.
That's a terrible tagline.
Board game snobs. What's a new good? Because ours right now is a critically harsh reviews, something or other,
with a touch of class.
Critically harsh reviews with a touch of class.
I've got us a tagline. I've stolen it from Crusaders. Thy will be done.
Board game snobs.
Thy will be done.
Sounds good.
Hard
to me.
merge. All right, I want to talk about Crusaders. That was done by TMG Games. It's a 2 to 4 player game. Lasts about an hour. Well, okay, let's back up a little bit. Seth Jaffe is the designer. He made a game a while back. I believe it was, I'm blanking on it. What was the one that came out? The card game. It was kind of not a 4X game, but a deck building game. It'll come to me here in a moment.
Marvel.
No. You won't remember it. I bought it. We played it. We didn't particularly. It wasn't a bad game by any means. And so Seth Jaffe is not. He's a well-known designer.
My laugh at Jaffe. My laugh at Jaffe. What? My laugh at Jaffe.
Stop that. He's a well-known designer, but I don't care for many of his games. Gabi, of course, impulse purchased Crusaders.
That's what I do best.
Yes. And I will say this. I like the artwork on it. I love the components of it. Actually, it is a beautiful board, beautiful production value.
The Blood Red Sea.
The Blood Red Sea. So let me just give you a brief overview about Crusaders. In Crusaders, you have this little board of Europe for which you place these tokens out there that represent 3 different factions of enemies. Won't go too deep into it, but basically you end up putting your little knights on the board, and your objective is to go out and collect as many victory points as possible. You do this by using the Mancala. Is it a Mancala or a Rondel?
Eminent Domain.
Eminent Domain was his other game.
Sorry.
Eminent Domain was his other game. Eminent Domain. Not
bad.
Not bad. Great. Not my cup of tea.
Right.
If you're big into deck building and you're wanting a decent deck builder, Eminent Domain was decent.
Gotcha.
By Seth Jaffe.
Good space theme too.
It was a decent. The theme was tacked on. Crusaders.
You're tacked on.
You're tacky. Rondel or a Mancala? Is the Crusaders? Does it use a Rondel or a Mancala? It's a Rondel.
Roncala. Or a Mondale.
If I ever have twins, I'll name one of them Rondel, one of them Mancala.
Sounds good to me.
And they'll just run around in circles
and drop stuff.
That was another good joke. Why are we coming up with these good jokes on the fly? We should write these down.
Rondell is literally, that's like first name, middle name.
Is it?
Rondell Baker.
No.
There's my boy. Rondell Baker.
No, because...
Quit running around in circles, boy. You're going to get dizzy.
Quit dropping
Simple.
stuff. Mancala, get in here.
Mancala, that's a little bit tougher.
Nah.
That's a little bit tougher.
Now, Mancala's a good name.
Mancala Baker?
Yeah, like it.
What if we just name our children? Let's have children.
I have two already.
And
I'd rather not have children with you.
Go to court. Get their names erased.
Yeah.
And we'll rename them after mechanisms from board gaming.
This is worker placement.
Worker.
This is area control.
Mancala. Actually, Mancala and Rondel, they're the only two good ones.
Yeah.
What else?
There is none.
Set collection. That's not good.
That's not.
Worker placement. Bidding.
Do my bidding.
Do my bidding. Okay, never mind. Scratch that.
That is a terrible idea.
Continue on.
Thank you. Utilizing the Rondel or the Mancala, whatever it is, on your board, you have these particular actions that are set out on it.
For the sake of the podcast, let's choose one.
Crusade.
Pie thing.
It's a pie thing.
Pie thing.
It's a pie thing.
Yeah.
It looks like a pie.
Yes.
It looks like a pie. And you move the little power tokens around your pie, and however many power tokens you have on that piece of pie, that's how strong of that action you can take. You got 3 power tokens on the build section. You can build with a power of 3. You got 5 on the crusade. You can crusade with a power of 5. You pick up the power tokens, and you go clockwise, dropping 1 off on each of the other pies. Why is this making me hungry? What is your favorite pie?
Chocolate.
German chocolate?
No.
Fun fact.
No.
Fact. No. I trapped you.
Chocolate with meringue.
German chocolate.
Called Kaffslauber in my family.
Is not Bavarian. It's not German.
It's not what?
It's not German.
German chocolate is not German.
No. It was actually made by a man with the last name of German. And so people kind of get confused by that.
Are you sure? Did you look this up?
Yes, I did.
Did you Wikipedia it?
German chocolate pie.
What was his name? Bob German?
Bob German.
Are you serious?
His last name was German. I'm not kidding. Why?
Don't be joking about pies.
I'm not joking about pies. I would not joke about German pies or American pies. They're very serious. Anyways, Crusaders.
I don't like spending any longer than 3.14 seconds talking about it.
Crusaders has your little pies. Another one. We're on fire tonight. It's this Don Julio. I'm telling you right now.
I think we're the only ones that appreciate our own humor.
I'm sure somebody else does. We have professors listening to us now. We have to up our game.
Oh, I don't know how. But I really do appreciate you listening, Denver.
Crusaders. You utilize this mechanism to activate what actions you're going to use. You basically are moving your little knight meeple around the board, building one of the 4 different types of buildings, and attacking the enemies with whatever strength that you have. The game as a whole, and I'll just back up here, I like the mechanisms of the game. I like the artwork. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful game. There's no denying it. I really, 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 really like the artwork on it.
I was thinking the retail, like when I was looking at the Deluxeified, I was like, oh, that's nice. They got the little metal tokens and they had the little plastic pieces. And I was, for some reason, expecting just chits for the so cardboard pieces. But they give you little wooden pieces for all the different buildings. Will you update that Adobe for the... My Adobe needs to be... No, wait. My iCloud settings are out of date.
iClouds. Oh, your iClouds have never gotten... the retail version of it's nice, which is what we have. I like the mechanisms of the game. It does take some time to look at your little player board and decide what you're going to do, and you plot things out. And it's very interesting with the pie Mancala thing going on. It's not my favorite Mancala by any means. I still think that Gold West is a superior game. Another game by TMG, by J. Alex Cavern. But Crusader,
I really like it.
You really like Crusaders?
As far as the pie, the Mancala, making your decision of which one to choose and then how to build up your other ones so that you can make that move next time. Sometimes you have to burn some actions you don't really want to.
Right.
Like influence does nothing.
But gives you victory points.
But gives you, actually I say it does nothing. It can win you the game.
Right.
But like I need to, like I'm really wanting to build. So I need to build. Well, I don't really necessarily want to influence because I'm trying to focus on a different path to victory, especially this last game we played. But I kept influencing. Okay. But we'll get to that here in a minute.
And we're going to get to that right now because that's the point of the game that I want to come out. As you might have been able to pick out, Gobby likes Crusaders.
I thoroughly enjoy it.
I, on the other hand, do...
You want to like it?
I want to like it so bad, but I don't. I think that the game, before I digress into why exactly I don't like it, I will say that I feel that people who are big into Euro games, and I mean solid into Euro games, you're going to enjoy Crusaders. If you're of the Stefan Feld group and you want something lighter, point salad type thing, then Crusaders is there. This is what I do not like about the game. And maybe this is going to be a little bit, you're going to have to argue with me on this. I think it's broken.
Okay.
I think it's broken.
Okay.
Fight me, bro.
Well, the thing you're going to say is broken is that the influence is too strong.
Yes. I do not like, to make you understand part of the game is entitled Crusaders. I crusade. Right. I go out and fight. Yes. I go out and take down the enemies. And I go forth. And
the last game we played...
You will lose if you do that.
Okay, the first game we played, actually, Enrique won by crusading.
Because we were trying to build.
I was trying to build, you were trying to build. The second game, I influenced heavily. And I won. The third game we've played now, 2-player, me and Jerry, 2-player side. I started off building heavy. But as the game went along, I had flipped over and upgraded to where there's 3 influence pie pieces. So you can almost pie.
You can pie yourself to victory.
Almost influence every turn.
Everybody knows that influence pie is the best type of pie. And that's what I don't like about this game.
If you build the churches, they give you more influence.
Right.
And you can almost get 5, 7, 8 points almost every turn if you build all that stuff up.
This is my problem with the game. One, and I know.
You go ahead, and then I'm going to come back at you with something.
You come back at me with this. I think the game is broken, but I don't mean that it's broken in connection with the mechanism. I like the Ron Mancala thing. It's a fine game. The scoring is what gets me. The fact that you can consistently win by one person going heavily into influencing. The game is not influencers, thy will be done. It's crusade.
True.
And breaking down the game, there's other little facets of it that I think that are somewhat awkward. Like you get certain knights that you can utilize and have special powers. We've played several times where we didn't use them, but you can use, and they change, give you a little bit of special power. I think that unbalances the game.
Let it be known. We here at Boarding Game Snobs don't like asymmetrical powers.
For the most part. For games that are supposed to be skill-based and not thematic.
Let's put us all on an even field.
This game is not thematic. No, I think the mechanisms break apart in connection with the theme. Is crusading the main way to win the game?
No. Apparently not.
Influencing, building, everything across the board, will that get you the win? Probably not. Maybe you're better off. Influencing and focusing on certain buildings tends to be the way to game. Maybe I'm wrong. I will admit, maybe this is a game that you got to play 50 times to really delve into and be able to understand the mechanics of it and make sure it's balanced. But to just
since while you're on that, I played this a game without you.
Yes,
I played a 4-player game.
Upsets me. Who was it?
I played it with Mike. Mike and his wife. Mike of recent BGS infamy.
Don't really care for Mike. And ever since you started hanging out with Mike, it's like, oh, Mike says this and Mike says that. And, oh, Mike had Mike over there. I'm so tired of hearing about Mike.
Jealous?
No, I'm not jealous.
Sound jealous?
I have more hair.
You do have nice hair.
I do have nice hair.
Anyway, Mike, his wife, and Deej.
Who?
Deej.
Oh.
And DJ also won by influence. He built all the churches and influenced.
DJ Smart.
DJ Smart. Chicka what?
That's his DJ name. DJ
Smart. I have nothing to follow that up with.
That's okay.
But anyway, so basically what I was saying here is my last 3 games I have played, the person that went heavy church, therefore influence, has won the game.
Yeah.
This is my thing. There are games, racing games.
Right. I like racing games.
One goal.
Right.
Why couldn't this be Crusaders?
The racing
race
game?
be done.
The race be done?
Did I say race or rice?
I don't know.
I think I said race.
I like rice though.
I like rice too.
What's your favorite rice?
Uncle Ben's. San Francisco treat.
I do like the San Francisco treat.
You pop it in the microwave. 1 minute. 1 minute rice.
I like the fact that it has the guy on the box that looks very fatherly.
Uncle Ben.
He's Uncle Ben. And I like
With great power comes great responsibility.
I like it when people...
He's dead. Spider-Man refused to save him.
But now we have minute rice.
Now we have minute rice.
That's not the same
Thanks
Uncle Ben.
to Spider-Man. It's the same Uncle Ben.
No,
it's all in the same universe.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No,
That's why he's able to get those cool toys. He has Uncle Ben money from the rice.
No, he doesn't.
Minute rice.
Minute rice. The San Francisco treat. Ding, ding. Did anybody remember that commercial? Nobody remembers that commercial.
Old.
We're old. But the whole idea of it being a race.
I didn't get to finish my thought.
Finish your thought.
Well, I guess maybe I did, but that's it. I mean, like, okay, so if we understand between us, influence is the way to win, then who's going to influence the most, the fastest, the quickest?
Then why?
I know that's not that fun. I know we like multiple paths to victory, but there's lots of games that have a goal in which you're trying to reach the fastest.
I'll give you that.
You could just play it that way. If you know influence is the way to, and we don't know 100% sure, but I've played 4 games now. You played 3. And literally, besides the first one where we crusaded and we didn't know how to play the game really that good, influence. Even at the last 2 games I played with you, when I saw the numbers getting low on the points that were out there, I'm like, okay, influence. Let me snatch those up, make those disappear in the game quick.
Yeah. I will say this. Crusaders did not knock my socks off because I don't wear socks. It was not
that your penny loafers.
I like
with your tassels.
Those tassels are an indication of style.
Nobody uses tassels.
Everybody
anymore.
wears tassels. You know who wears tassels?
Who?
Professors. If you like Euro games, and if you like a game that is of that mindset of Mancala's, and you don't care so much about the theme, Crusaders a decent game. It didn't wow me. I lean towards it. I'm just ho-hum about it. I'm just not. I'll play it. Don't love it, but it's fine. I give it the idea of try it before you buy it. Let if you know somebody that has it, just you can watch. There's a lot of good videos out there on how to play it. Watch it played and so forth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that guy. Let's move on to something else.
Wait. I'm not done yet. Crusaders. You keep saying it's not thematic.
It's not. It's not.
I know it doesn't go into gory details, but it is an area control. You're spreading across the map, trying to drop off your stuff.
Very lightly area control.
I like it. I like the Mancala Rondel, the future names of my children. If I name my children that, Seth Jaffe, I will give you my children.
I'm about to name mine Don Julio, because this is good. This is the Anejo Don Julio.
Julio.
I love Anejo tequila, an extra Anejo tequila.
Well, it seems to be the best.
It does.
But however, I think you're incorrect in thinking that Añejo needs to be dark. Because the Añejo Don Julio that they had, it was like a 70-year anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
It was like clear. And they're like, this is a sipping tequila.
If it's Añejo, it's rested in barrels.
But it was clear.
I don't know why it would be clear.
Well, you're not a tequilaist, are you?
I'm not an aficionado, but I know
a professor of tequila?
I want to be. How do I get that?
Drink a lot of tequila.
Call me Professor Plum.
And I bet you could go
Plum
to...
turnt. Why are we so on spot dissing? Why are our jokes so excellent?
Well, that's all we've got.
Oh no, we have to talk about Fall of Rome.
Oh, that's right.
Why are you stretching this podcast out to be longer than 30 minutes?
I'm
going to go over this nonsense that there are of taking one mechanism or one type of game and just redoing it over and over and over.
Like what?
Like, I don't know, Pandemic.
Oh, snap burn.
Shots fired.
Jerry's like right up on the microphone.
Shots fired. Okay. I like Pandemic. It's decent.
No. Do not say it's decent.
Okay, go ahead.
Give it the credit that it's due. It is a classic that set a pattern for all to follow.
Okay, it is a classic that set the pattern for
Thank you.
all to follow.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you doing as I suggested you do.
It's decent. It's
How dare you?
okay. It's kind of like one of those. It's
like saying,
I'll say if I want to.
That's like saying,
There,
done.
The my favorite Pandemic is just a regular pandemic.
My favorite Pandemic is Flashpoint Fire Rescue.
That's mine too.
Yes.
But this new version of Pandemic, Fall of Rome,
They've tried to make them more thematic.
they have tried and they have failed.
They have failed.
But this Fall of Rome, this Pandemic,
yes,
has a nice art design, a nice rule book, and it has everything going for it. So
you give me medieval, Fall of Rome, Gladiator, Russell Crowe, I'm on it.
he's not
sold.
He's not in the game.
And I found that out as I purchased it and opened it up and looked for Maximus Decimus Meridius.
I like how you just rambled that off. That shows
Are you kidding
how many
me?
times that you've watched
That is my number one movie of all time.
Maximus, Ultima.
Maxima Ultima Avalon. That is his name.
There it is. I knew it was it.
Maximus Decimus Meridius.
Decimus.
My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius. Father. Commander of the armies of the North. General of the Felix Legions and loyal servant to the true Emperor Marcus Aurelius. Father to a murdered wife. Why do I keep messing everything up?
Well, because you watched it.
Father to a murdered son.
The fact that you've watched this show.
Husband to a murdered wife. And I will have my vengeance in this life or the next. Oscar, right there.
You
He
or
won
Russell
it.
Crowe?
Me
right
too.
there. Yeah.
Well, he can remember his lines better than I can.
Yeah. Well, that's why he's got the Oscar,
He does. And since then,
and that's why you have
not so much.
osteoporosis.
Does that what?
What?
What'd you say?
Russell Crowe has gained
Oscar
weight.
Isaac?
He's gained weight,
Well, that happens with age.
but he's a fine actor.
A fine actor. He is one of the best ever.
One of my favorite films. This is going to tell a lot about me. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I know probably a lot of people didn't like it, but the new Les Miserables.
Excuse me?
Yeah. the musical.
You mean Les Miserables?
Yeah, I don't like that.
Les Miserables?
Yes, the Miserable.
The Miserable.
I liked it. I really thought he did a good job. I know they sang all the way through it, but I like
Never seen it. I love Russell Crowe. I'm sorry. I like Anne Hathaway.
I love Anne Hathaway.
Oh, snap. Catwoman.
She's the devil who wears Prada. Why are we more knowledgeable about movies than we are everything
way
else?
more knowledgeable about movies.
Yeah.
Like, that's my thing.
Fall of Rome.
What?
The board game. What this podcast is about.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You know, the podcast that we decided
Let's
to
just
have.
merge this into a movie podcast.
No, because podcasting is about.
My heart lays in board gaming and movies. Let's merge the two.
Like Fall of Rome. It's a co-op game. And you know what we don't like? What do you think?
Co-op, spelled
Co-op.
the same as coop.
We don't like coops. Nobody likes the coops.
No.
Nobody.
I like flying them, though.
You do?
Yes.
Took me a second. It literally took me a second to realize what you were talking about. But I got it. And the reason I got it is because we're spot on this evening.
We're best friends.
Coop. So, in Fall of Rome, if you are familiar with some of the older, I believe that the line of games is called States of Siege. States of Siege games are something that a lot of solo players probably know about. I'm thinking Zulu on the Ramparts. I'm thinking Sunset of the Ottoman Empire. There are games where you have a map, you have something you're protecting, and you have armies marching down towards that area, and you're trying to defend it. Dawn of the Zeds is probably the most popular one from Victory Point Games.
Or Dawn of the Z's if you're American.
The Fall of Rome board is basically a States of Siege board. You have these 5 different factions that are barbaric, that are all coming towards Rome to sack it. Imagine that and then play Pandemic with some changes. For instance, you utilize these little Legion meeples as defense. And instead of attacking the cubes, which are barbarians instead of disease, maybe they're disease barbarians, I don't know. You roll the dice and that indicates how many of the chlamydia infested barbarians that you're going to wipe out and how many legions you're going to lose. That's basically the changes that they make. I was very excited to see the game. I was very excited to see the board. It's nice art. It's a decent quality. There's a lot about it that just seemed like it was going to be a decent game. So, long story short, I played it solo. I played it twice solo, right off the bat, just to see kind of what was going on. I beat the game twice on its hardest setting, which kind of puzzled me. So maybe it's not a good solo game, but whatever. We'll play it co-op as it was meant to be. Fall of Rome was very disappointing to me. We played it co-op and we beat it. I have beat the game a total of 5 times now.
Okay, I saw an Instagram post just recently.
You did?
Yes.
And
they had played Fall of Rome, and they agree wholeheartedly.
Agree about what?
It's too easy.
It's too easy?
It's too easy. They keep beating it.
Really?
Yes.
I thought I was just good, but apparently
they think they're good as well.
Well,
so that can feel good. I mean, it's fun to beat a game. No, it feels good to beat a game, but at the same time, first you want to lose to it several times.
Yes,
you don't want to come. You don't want to.
You don't look. I played Robinson Crusoe for 6-7 months straight.
You're welcome.
Before I could beat it.
Well,
I've beat a total of 3 times. 3 times I've beat it.
Ever in your life. How many times have you played it?
I've probably played over 100 times.
Are you serious?
Yes, I was obsessed with that game.
Wow.
Absolutely obsessed. Probably.
Are you exaggerating?
I am not exaggerating.
Over 100 times.
I would set it up. I'd play it 3 or 4 times in a row and move along. Do that 2 or 3 times a week. You times that times the 1st to 2nd edition. Now there's on its 3rd edition. There you go.
What about new edition?
I've only played the new edition about just a handful of times. It is still one of my favorite solo games, but Robinson Crusoe is not one that I can recommend because just go watch.
I hate it. It's terrible.
Watch the 45-minute Watch It Played, and you'll understand what the game's about and how complicated it can be. And so it's just not something that it's not something that I can recommend. It's only for those who have the stomach for it, that want to learn and sit down and try to go through such a crazy rule book. And it's not intuitive. It's not bad. You don't know. You just don't know. Fall of Rome. Okay, so just let me clarify. Crusaders, I'm on the fence. Some people will like it. It's a decent game. Fall of Rome? No. I do not like Fall of Rome. Fall of Rome gets a big disapproval from me. I would rather play the basic Pandemic. I would rather play...
You so basic.
Yes. No.
I agree.
No.
For this one simple reason.
Why?
When you draw the cards for the quote-unquote infection...
You basic. Go ahead.
It's barbarians invading.
It's the invasion of the infected barbarians.
Following that map is tedious.
What Gabi is referring to is that when you pull out what would normally be an infection card in Pandemic, there is a picture of the map of the invasion of the barbarians. And the barbarians go down this, they follow a track, they follow a line, and you put them on the closest line, the closest area. And it is somewhat
and
tedious.
hard to read.
I didn't have any problems reading it.
You did.
I did not. Gobby griped about
you went down the wrong track a couple different times.
I did not. I have never been down the wrong track.
You have been too.
I have never been off track. I have not.
You have.
You are not right about that. I am always on track. I am spot on. Fall of Rome is a hard pass on the snobs. We do not like it.
This is what irritates me. I love the theme. I love the idea. These guys are invading. We got to ward them off. It's ancient Roman times. I love that. That's one of my favorite time periods. You wish
you were back there?
I wish I was back there.
Name one other movie besides Gladiator in that time period.
Spartacus.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. On that note,
we're done. Don't buy Fall of Rome. Don't buy Fall of Rome. Just
Crusaders, play it before you buy it. All right.
And I'm Jerry.
I'm Gabby.
All righty.